today is Cretaceous, 65 million plus. Late Cretaceous sort of stuff. I'm looking for Mosasaurs, Plesiosaur. In the Marta series is the same series that I'm hunting now, is the same series that Joan Whiffen found her dinosaur bones as well. So you never know what you might find, especially at a new spot. So everyone goes down here to the same spots, and I'm hoping that this spot hasn't been found in a while, or seen. So see you soon. So we're here at the Cretaceous beach. Just got here. I hope you can hear me over those waves. I'll just, when you first get to a beach, what you want to do is you want to just zoom in on these little rocks. So straight away, you can see a fossilized piece of wood over here. We can keep looking. That's a nice little bit of wood. Look at that. You can also find jasper. There's also chalcedony. I'll zoom in on that. See how red it is. So yeah, there's jaspers down here, fossil wood. There's chalcedony down here as well, little agate type stuff. There's another piece of wood. It's quite a nice little piece, you can see all the grain there. It's quite nice. You'll find belemnites like this. So it looks like we're in a good place, so we'll just keep trucking on. It's a really nice piece. The sad thing is the beach just washes these away. I mean, that'll be gone in a couple of weeks, you know, like especially the coast here. But there's very nice pieces. I mean, I'm feeling weak today, so I'm not going to take much, but look at these. Bit of bone there, too big a rock though. Got my little friend on the beach. Funny, he's not bothered by me at all. I nearly stood on him, and he just looked at me. And he's sick. He looks beautiful. That, from my stone hunting people, looks like an agate. Cherty, agatey type thing. I'm going to leave that here, but if you guys know online, all the lapidary fans, give us a bell on what this might be. You can see a conchoidal fracture in the top. It's like a This beach right here, 65 million years ago, was covered in marine reptiles. Mosasaurus, Elasmosaur, Plesiosaur, Onchosaurus as well, which is a big 7-meter swordfish. You can imagine when you look out there. This was actually a beach where James Hector first came. And he was one of the first men who also found the Hector dolphin, obviously. Named the Hector dolphin, as well as a lot of stuff, but he came fossiling right here and collected a whole lot of fossils. And unfortunately, some of those boats sank on the way to England before they got studied, so we never got to know what they were. So it's quite cool to be sitting somewhere where one of the New Zealand heroes and explorers used to sit, probably right here. Maybe he had his ship just off the port to lift the rocks up. It would have been a lot easier. You see it? This is just like the UK beaches. I've always wanted to find a vertebrae just sitting in there. Look at that. Wowzers. Yes. Always wanted to find one just sitting there like that. Maybe there's more. It's an Elasmosaur vertebrae. That is very, very cool. Wow. Whoa, caught it, don't worry. Yes, that's two just out of the water, plus a weird glowy reek bug. So, as you can see, there's a bit of bone, and it's mostly encased in this other nodule, but that's the bone there broken. The ocean's already had half of it, that's what she does. These rocks, as big as they are, they move constantly. But I'm going to try and get it out. It's about that big. Get it out, glue it back together and see what we got. There's 1, 2, and 3. And those are long ribs. See the circle? And another one there. 1, 2, 3. That is a big rib cage. Ah, yep, there's 4. Bit of nature's artwork. There's a bit of bone in here too. Oh, there's a bit of bone in there too. That looks like a vertebrae. There might be more in there. Cool. So here's a good example. This feels cranium-like a skull. You know, look at that. It's got that. Or even a jaw. But this is what happens. This stuff here is the bone, and it is much, see, look at that. It's porous as compared to the rock. So once the salt hits, she gone. There's not a lot there that I can even look at. I mean, what's that thick and long? Kind of looks like... And this was part of a huge round thing. See? And they're actually hollow on the inside of these crystals, so once the salt gets in, they kind of expand and crack. See, they got cracks in them. So the heat and the cooling expands and cracks, and then they break, and then the ocean eats them. Unfortunately, that's a sad look. From the Cretaceous beach, these are my finds. Now that I'm home, we can have a look. As you can see, I've worked this one. This is a finger digit of a Mosasaur. The elasmosaurs are blocky and square, whereas the Mosasaurs are much more rounded and have this vertebrae, beach rolled. Got concave and a concave. So I think it's an elasmosaur. There's another one here. The beach has worn it out quite a lot, but I'll fix it up and it'll look quite cool. There's another whole vertebrae in there. If you can imagine, it's just sticking out there like that, but it's all in there. This is a big vertebrae. You can see the beach has worn half of it away and the top half, but the bottom half is looking good. Beautiful bone texture too, look at that. Brilliant. So I'll keep working that, finish that up in a few days. So vertebrae, finger bones. A bit of a rib. Not much to look at. It's a small piece. I just felt bad it was going to just erode in the ocean, so I brought it. Probably should have left it. It's not really worth much. It's not a good looker either, really. There's a bit coming out here, but it's cool. In here is probably the best bit that I've got. You can see in here, that's actually bone. It's quite hard to tell, but it's a big block and there's bone going in there. And still sea creatures on it, but a bit of bone in the bottom. So it was right at the bottom of the tide where the creatures are eating it. So this rock's actually just getting eaten by, you can see the bones just being eaten away. I also got these little sausages, if you see. You can see that's base bone sticking out there and right there. So looks like in there will be a nice bone, similar to the rib in there. Got another one in here. See the bone? There was nothing showing on this one. There's nothing on the outside, so it should all be in there. A whole bone. Also found this beautiful piece of wood. Look at that. Agatized. Full rock. Hard. And right next to that is this. If I zoom in, see the rings for the tree?
crystals growing on it.
There's a big fossilized wooden round piece of a tree. Tree would have grown up. So it's really beautiful. It's got all the bark on the side. So all in all, not a bad hunt.